Ever noticed your throat becoming a hotspot for discomfort and coughs with the arrival of spring? You're not alone. As the world around us blossoms and the air fills with the scent of new beginnings, many of us may find ourselves grappling with an unwelcome springtime companion, persistent coughing. This widespread issue is more than just an annoying interruption to our daily lives. It's a complex health concern that could be exacerbated by environmental allergens, such as spring pollen. Constant coughing is a tough nut to crack, often due to its obscure causes and the limited effectiveness of conventional remedies. But why does this happen? Why does the arrival of springtime flowers, trees, and grasses trigger such discomfort in the throat? The answer lies in understanding how these environmental changes interact with the body. As spring rolls in, airborne pollen from blooming flora finds its way into the respiratory system. This intrusion may spark allergic reactions that lead to inflammation, mucus buildup, and the resultant coughing. It's not just a nuisance, it's a sign of the body reacting to the changing environment. The science behind this is fascinating. The possible link between spring pollen and coughing involves complex interactions within our body. Inflammation and environmental irritants like pollen may make the throat and airway nerves more sensitive, leading to a more pronounced cough reflex. Research into why we may cough more during spring points to inflammation and the possible sensitization of the respiratory system by pollen. This sensitization may intensify the coughing reflex, leaving us reaching for tissues and cough drops more often than we'd like. But here's the kicker. This seasonal transition might impact not only individuals with existing respiratory issues, but also those who are generally healthy. That's right, even if one usually boasts a robust immune system, the springtime pollen can still trigger coughing and discomfort. This understanding lays the foundation for us to explore strategies to counteract these seasonal woes. Because, while spring may be a time of renewal and growth, it should also be a time of comfort and well-being. The link between spring pollen and coughing involves complex interactions within the body. Let's look into this fascinating, yet often frustrating aspect of physiology. Springtime heralds a burst of floral activity, with plants releasing vast amounts of pollen into the air. This microscopic material is meant for plant reproduction, but when inhaled by humans, it may act as an environmental irritant. The body may perceive these foreign particles as threats, triggering an immune response. Here's where the complex interactions begin. The immune system releases substances like histamines to combat the perceived threat. These histamines cause inflammation and swelling in the respiratory tract, leading to symptoms like a runny nose, itchy eyes, and you guessed it, coughing. But why does coughing possibly become more pronounced in spring? This ties back to the inflammation caused by the body's response to pollen. Inflammation can make the nerves in the throat and airways more sensitive. When these nerves detect even a tiny bit of irritation, from pollen, dust, or even a change in temperature, they may trigger a powerful cough reflex. This reflex is the body's way of trying to clear the airways. Coughing forcefully expels air from the lungs, aiming to push out any irritants. But in the case of pollen-induced inflammation, this coughing can become persistent, as the inflammation continues to sensitize the nerves. To add another layer of complexity, research suggests that some people may have a heightened cough reflex. This means they're more likely to cough, even with minor irritants. Springtime, with its abundance of airborne pollen, can therefore exacerbate coughing in these individuals. In summary, the possible relationship between spring pollen and coughing is a complex interplay of immune responses, inflammation, nerve sensitivity, and reflex actions. Investigations into why we possibly cough more during spring point to inflammation and possible sensitization of our respiratory system's nerves by pollen, which may intensify the coughing reflex. There's no universal remedy, but by understanding what triggers this seasonal coughing, we can find ways to lessen the impact. First off, reducing allergen exposure is key. This could mean keeping windows closed during peak pollen times, regularly cleaning your home to keep it pollen-free, or even wearing sunglasses outdoors to protect your eyes from pollen. Next, consider embracing a diet rich in anti-inflammatory foods. Foods like berries, fatty fish, and broccoli not only nourish your body, but also help in reducing inflammation, possibly easing your spring cough. Lastly, don't hesitate to seek advice from health professionals. They can provide personalized strategies based on your specific needs and conditions. This might include recommending over-the-counter remedies, prescribing medication, or suggesting lifestyle changes. As we welcome the beauty of spring, let's also equip ourselves with strategies to counteract the challenges pollen brings to our health. Addressing the causes of seasonal coughing is a step toward ensuring comfort and well-being all year round.